because we have a lot of activities lined up for today. So I request those who will be performing to be so fastidious and so swift and waste no iota of a minute. A round of applause to them as they come in. This is the Human Rights Club. Am I right? Okay. So they'll have a presentation, then the band will come. I think the band is still preparing. So line up properly. They're smart in their t-shirts. Sorry, this is Environment Club. Sorry for that. I got a report from the Human Rights. I thought they're Human Rights Club. But we have the Environment Club in front of us today. So when you're ready, you'll give me a signal. Then the time would be yours. Karibu.
Good morning, everyone. We are the Plateau Queens Environmental Club, and we have a song. Hashtag We Nurture Nature. Hashtag We Nurture Nature. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. Hey, I'm a baboon. I'm like a man, but less advanced. My brain ain't big. Hey, I'm a zebra. No one knows what I do, but I look pretty cool. Am I white or black? I'm a lion cub, and I'm always getting this. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. I am the vulture, I feed on the day. I'm just a rhino, shiny and scream. Hippity hop, I'm a kangaroo. I hop all day, up and down the youth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love you, India. We love you, Africa. We love you, Chinese. We forgive you, Germany. We love the earth. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home. We love the earth. It is our planet. We love the earth. It is our home.
In front of you is the Environmental Club, and we have a poem, Care for Mother Nature.
Nyakach. Hello. This is our poem. A poem about what affects us most, our environment. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often forget the importance roots of trees that thrive. But be reminded the benefits of tree planting cannot be overstated. For the benefits they bring are colossal. A beautiful song to the earth they sing. Our mother nature that needs protection. She is over our mother nature, making her beautiful. Trees clean the air, provide us with oxygen, breathing freely, a gift to us bestowed, a vital gift that keeps us alive and strong. They absorb harmful pollutants and chemicals, creating a healthy environment for all beings. Yes, making Mother Nature smile. Trees offer shade from the harmful effect of the scorching sun. For those who seek reprieve, their bosom a refuge. Erosion on the brink prevented, the water within purified. Trees shelter wildlife of all kinds. For the appeals within our minds nurtured, for in the branches, in the blossoming leaves, lies the key to all that we believe. So, let's play our part today. More trees we plant along the way, for the future of our planet's fate, in the hands of those who create it rest. So, dig a hole, plant a tree, plant one, water it, plant two, water them, plant 3, 100, endless planting, and watch them grow for all to see. For in the branches, in the blossoming leaves, lies the key to all that we believe. Health for our mother nature, healthy life in abundance. We exit.
Better clap. Thank you so much for encouraging us to love our mother nature, loving our planet, because from it we have our everything. The band, Karibu. Let's clap for them as they come in. Karibu sana.
Before you are the school band with a presentation. Be blessed.
Oh,
that have trained so hard, and we love them. This is the Law Club. They have our final presentation. So let's welcome them to listen to what they have and enjoy.
Nikonja tasiezi karanga uwe hai shagala bagala niko tayari kulipa gharama sitasimama maovu ya kitawala sitasimama maovu ya kitawala ufisadi ubinafsi ukabila kuuza sura takikuza sera undugu ni kufaana sitasimama maovu ya kitawala sitasimama maovu ya kitawala hatujekwazifa una deserve bila kasha makashfa hii society Kenya wanaenda.
In front of you are the Law Club members and we have a presentation. Demonstration which was held on 25th June 2024. Since Kenya got independence, something that happened on Demonstration which was held on 25th June 2024. Since Kenya got independent, something that happened on 25th June 2024 had never happened. Young youths, Gen Z, had a peaceful demonstration in large numbers to oppose the finance bill. Many of them were on the street with tags written, Ruto must go. And the question is, will Ruto go? The peaceful demonstration was held in the whole country. Nairobi, which is the capital city of Kenya, was one of the countries which was demonstrating. In Nairobi, something shocking happened that left most of the Kenyans amazed. The young youths, Gen Z, entered the parliament. The Gen Z, they destroyed some of the properties inside the parliament. They went on to an extent of breaking inside the parliament and maliciously ate the MP's food. Do you want to know where the MPs were? Yes. The MPs were hidden in a known tunnel inside the parliament. The Gen Z set a blessed path for the Senate. All of these problems and chaos are brought up when there is lack of employment, there is corruption, high cost of living. The question is, who and when Kenyans will be saved? Do you know that up to this moment, Kenyans lack cabinets? After the demonstration, our President Dr. William Samoei Ruto decided to dissolve and fire his entire cabinets. The reason for doing this are not stated, but to our thinking, he decided to do that after the demonstration had happened. What shocked most of us is that the youths, Gen Z, were ready to undergo anything, including death, just to put Kenya in a better position. Talking about the finance bill, most of the Kenyans were opposing the bill, and this is because of the situation that is being witnessed in Kenya for the last 3 weeks. Luckily, let me congratulate our president, Mr. William Samoei Ruto, because he decided to withdraw the finance bill that most of the Kenya protested against. Mr. President has also promised to elect new cabinets who will serve Kenyans diligently. In all, Kenyans should stand firm for their rights, reject what is not right, and sometimes correct their leaders. Kenya is nothing without Kenyans, and that's why we should remember, umoja ni nguvu, utengano ni udhaifu. Thank you.
Nikonja tasiezi karanga uwe hai shagala bagala.
Let's clap for the Law Club. Let's clap for them. Thank you for that piece that informs us that our students know what is going on around the country, and we pick the best. Now, that culminates our session of presentations that we've had. And at this moment, we'd like to welcome our Deputy Principal, Mr. Tom Opondo, to do the introduction as far as we are, the schools that have joined us, and the guests that are with us thus far, after which he will welcome the Senior Principal to make her remarks. Then we move to the Chief Guest. Welcome, Walimu, by a round of applause. Thank you. Karibu.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. To our Chief Guest, Major General, Ambassador Retired George Owino, our Senior Principal, all guests, my colleague teachers, students, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
The mine is simple, just as Master of Ceremonies has said, is to do the introduction. So I'll start by recognizing the presence of Gotrating Secondary School, and I'll request them to stand and wave. Gotrating. Thank you. Feel most welcome. Then we also have other institutions, and one of them is our sponsor, who has played a major role in the success of this occasion, and that is the Equity Bank. So I request the Equity Bank to come and greet us. Karibu.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rafael Manza. I come from Equity Bank Sondu branch. I champion credit in Sondu and its environments, that is Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Kericho. With me, I'm with Ruth, who is in charge of insurance, and also Herbert, who is in charge of payments and channels. So I think I'll give them a chance at least to say their names, and also give Herbert a chance to speak on our behalf. Thank you.
With respect to hierarchy, good morning, everyone. Good morning once again. Hey, wanafunzi, habari za asubuhi. Okay, my name is Ruth Musindale from Equity Bank Sondu branch. I'm glad to be here this morning to look at these beautiful faces. I've enjoyed the presentations from all of you, the Law Club, the True Gen Zs. I just want to say one thing to you all, the students, that when you're striving towards achieving your goals, your career, and becoming the person that you want to be in the future, that every time you make a prayer to God, remember that a prayer is not a spare wheel that you pull out in times of trouble. It is a steering wheel that guides you in the right path. So every time, do it as if you'll never get a chance of doing that. Sindio, that when you want to get that A, you want to get that best thing that you want, you do it with all the zeal, all the anxiety, now everything that it deserves. Like the way we are young and energetic, the way we want to change Kenya, we can change our stories, our backgrounds, where we come from, and our lives. Sini hivo, mbarikiwe and have a blessed day.
The protocol observed. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning.
Mko salama? My name is Herbert Scott Awiti. As my colleague had said, I work in Sondu branch. I'm in charge of channels and payment. So we'd interact more at our tent when that time comes. I think Ruth has said much of it. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Equity Bank. Makofi. Yeah, still on introduction, we have several institutions who have already come, and I request that only one representative will give the introduction, then the rest will be done later. So the other institution who have come here, we have Air Travel and Rated Studies Center. So come and introduction.
That trades in tourism, hospitality, and travel courses. So we're happy to be here. We'll engage more at the tent for any questions, but all I would say for now is keep your dreams up, follow your passion, follow your passion, follow your passion. Thank you.
Let's have a clap for them. Then the other institutions who are represented here, we have St. Joseph Nyabondo Medical Training College, represented by their principal, Dr. Ngwala. Karibu daktari. It's also our former parent.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All protocol observed. We are from St. Joseph Nyabondo Medical Training College. I've come with a team that will be able to talk to you on a career in the medical field. My name is Ngwala, as been said, but I have, can the team just stand just for introduction? Come here just for introduction. I have a team representing various departments within various courses within the medical training college. They can just say their names and which department.
Thank you. I am Dennis Kibet. I represent the Health Records and Information Technology Department.
Morning, everyone. I'm Rhoda Obach, representing the Pharmacy Department.
Good morning. I'm Eric Onyango, representing Clinical Medicine.
Morning. Harold Okot, Clinical Medicine.
So we'll be joined by another one representing the nursing department. So you will get more information after this. Thank you.
Let's clap for St. Joseph Nyabondo Medical Training College. So the next group we have Kiriri Women University. Karibu.
Thank you so much. Our Chief Guest, Major General, Ambassador George Owino, Madam Principal, all guests present, and students. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Dr. Edward Wasike. As you've heard, I'm from Kiriri Women's University. I didn't come alone. I came with a very beautiful lady who's been in this school before and in this region. And I wish that she just stands and waves to you because it's my first time here, but she's always been here. Madam Mercy, please raise up your hand. Thank you so much. The way you've heard, this is Kiriri Women's University, and kindly MC and Madam Principal allow me to present a speech from our Vice Chancellor in a matter of 1 minute. The Board of Management, officials of the Ministry of Education present, the school principal, the deputy principals, the teachers, invited guests, and parents, I salute you this morning. We are happy to know that you gave us an excellent courtesy for inviting our university to this remarkable event, Career Fair. We are grateful for such honorable gesture. Please, I seek permission to read a special thank you message on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, Professor Justus Mili, to the management of Nyakach Girls High School. As a university, we sincerely appreciate our strategic partnerships we have been having for some years now. We recognize your school as the best school. As a university, we've been enrolling many students from Nyakach Girls High School in various programs offered in our university. In this regard, we thank the principal, the teachers, parents, as well as students. We miss words of expressing our mutual relations with schools from this region. Going forward, we will invite students from this region to our Open Career Day at the only women's university in East and Central Africa. We are the most favored university by more than 30% of the students from this region and the other secondary schools in Kenya. Indeed, we attract local and international students. As a university, we value events of this kind. Today, we've come to this event to assure you that ignorance acknowledged is an opportunity, while ignorance denied is a closed door. We divided the myth that science or technical subjects are only meant for boys. The secret of excelling in science technical subjects is changing your attitude, mindset. Our university has been leading producing ladies in computer science, mathematics, economics, accountants, teachers, just to mention but a few. We've come to demonstrate to you that we are the only university whereby you can actualize your academic dream. We are the only university in Africa beyond which, the only university in Africa which gives the girl child unlimited academic space. We only produce academic successful ladies in Africa. Africa is considered to be a destination where gender disparity is real. Based on this notion, as a university, we make students avoid regrets, frustrations. Why choose Green Women's University of Science and Technology? It's the only women university in Africa championing gender empowerment. The most favored university by local and international female students. Student-centric culture is the philosophy of the university. It's a top-ranked university for quality teaching, research, and education. It has ultra-modern facilities, the library, just to mention that. Security for the girl child is assured, indeed guaranteed. Highly qualified and experienced academic staff. No history of student strikes, no experience of student frustrations. This is the only university that provides partial scholarships. The only university where a girl child will always succeed. As I conclude, please always think Green Women's University, choose Green Women's University, and find your everlasting academic joy at the university. Kindly welcome to Green University. That's a speech from our Vice Chancellor. Ladies, we shall be encouraging and we shall be talking to you at our tent. We have a special scholarship if you qualify for our courses. We have all courses in education, computer science, and so many, even from certificate, diploma, and degree. I don't want to waste much time because I know the program is so tight, but I'm so blessed, we are so blessed. May God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kerere Women University, the only women university. Now let's move on to the next university, that is Kaimosi Friends University. Karibuni.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Good morning, my colleagues as well. My name is Douglas Kiplagat-Sang from Kaimosi Friends University. With me, I came with a team of, I can let them introduce themselves, kindly, please.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, teachers and colleagues. My name is Dalton Otieno, okay? I'm a public relations officer at Kaimosi Friends University.
Good
morning, everyone. My name is Boris Olilo. I'm in ICT, System Administrator at Kaimosi Principal University. Nawakaribisha wote Kaimosi.
Morning. I'm Gaudensia Uma, working in Registrar Academic Affairs in Kaimosi Friends University. You are highly welcome there. We love you. We cherish you.
Thank you. Now, with me, we come with 5 schools with us. School of Computing. We have School of Education and Social Sciences, which is the largest school. We have the School of Business and Economics, and our niching area, which is the School of Nursing, which it's, right now, that is the icing in the cake. So with us, we are happy to be here today, and we're very eager so that we can be able to showcase to you the programs that we do have and the experience that we have in our schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kaimosi Friends University. So the next university here we have Mount Kenya University, MKU. We can proceed to the next one. We have Rongo University. Oh, karibu daktari.
Good morning. Our university is next to a place where gold is mined. Now we realize that mining gold without the necessary expertise is not good. At least we need teachers who can teach those who are going to mine gold. We need reporters, journalists who can report about what is happening in the gold mines. We need medics who can take care of those who are mining if they get injured. And of course, injury can be both physical and psychological. So because of this, we decided to have a university that is a gold mine of knowledge, and that is Rongo University. We have 4 schools. We have the School for Information and Media, where we are also developing some media studio, where we'll be having a television and radio station. We are having the School of Education, which is the largest, and we have several programs in the School of Education. We have the School of Science and Social, we have the School of Science, where we have all that has to do with science and agriculture. Then we have the School of Social Sciences, Arts and Business, where we can be able to develop people who will help those of us who are mining gold so that they don't miss out on business, and they're also able to have people-friendly relations with the people around them. So welcome to Rongo University, a university set in a serene environment where even if the Gen Zs are in the streets, you can comfortably learn. Thank you.
Welcome, Daktari. So we are still on. We have,
it's so much of a wealth, a gold mine of wealth, of knowledge, that I forgot to say my name. I'm Tom Onyango in the Department of Education. The Department of Educational Psychology, School of Education, representing Rongo University. Thank you, Mwalimu.
Thank you, Daktari. So the next university we have Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology. So we have a special attachment to the university through the late Dr. Aburu, who was a board member in this school. Then still we have a link through Professor Pamela Raburu, and with that we have managed to have some representatives, and I request that they do introduction.
Our chief guest, the senior principal, all protocols observed, the teachers, how are you? How are you guys? How are you students? Good morning everybody. Good morning. Salimia mtu karibu na wewe. There is somebody sitting next to you. Mwambie asifrown sana.
Usifrown sana, it's your day. We have come all the way because of you. We are coming from a university with the longest name. MC, you are giving us 10 minutes, please. MC, kindly. Our university is called Jaramogi. Let's go with me. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology. Let's do faster. Let's go. If it's too long for you, say Joost. Thank you. Ambia mwenzako wakati yako ya form 4 ikifika, andika Joost. We shall never let you down. Okay. I've worked with very important people here. My name is Reverend Dr. Walter Akuno. Able to try my name? Thank you. I am the registrar and the chairman of all the registrars in Kenya. So Salimia, wapi university nani yako? University Salimia, ndiye mulikuwa na chairman eh? Thank you. So, I have worked with very serious people here. Let me begin with doctor. It's very many doctors here. Dr. Beatrice Okewa, our marketing officer, just greet us.
Hi. 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 Thank you so much. CS Dr. Beatrice Okewa, the marketing officer. We are here to just expose you to our courses and to encourage you and to let you know that we cherish you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let me skip this one first. The only university who has worked with the president, you know we have a president of the students in the university. Ama kuna student mwingine amekuwa introduced? So we are having a president of our students union, and he's here. Let him introduce himself and encourage you.
To the chief principal, our guest, and pre-comrades, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, pre-comrades. Just tell your neighbor, tap. Tap. Yeah, that is actually what is now out here. Otherwise, I'm Leo Alan from Jaramogi Oginga University of Science and Technology. I'm a student in my third year. I'm taking education as a course, more drawn to physics and mathematics. Thank you. Yes, currently I'm at Rangala Girls High School. So much greetings are coming better when you shall link at later. Thank you.
Hello. Wave at me. How are you guys? Gen Z buddies, how are you? Okay. So my name is Joy Apela. I'm a student leader from JUST. I'm currently the director curriculum, the head of academics in our university. And I'm so excited to be here with all of you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to engage with you during this career day. Anyway, let's have a nice and wonderful session. Thank you. Bye.
And then we have Professor. She has different versions of her name. Some people call her Pam, some people call her Pamela.
Good morning, Chief Principal, my colleague teachers, good morning, and my fellow students, good morning. Hi, girls, hi. Hi. You'll realize that at a stage, you'll be able to call me differently. My colleagues will call me Professor Pamela. Please greet me, Professor Pamela. Good morning. Good morning.
The only girl I know around that is a professor, a very small girl, Professor Pam. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Wondo, please just tell us about our chief guest, and then he will come to give his address. Thank you, and God bless you.
A coffee.
Major General retired George Agre Owino. Major General retired Owino joined the Kenya Defence Forces as a cadet in the year 1980 and commissioned in 1981 upon attaining military officers' basic training. He's an alumnus of International Peace Academy, New York, USA, and has a master's degree in governance from Catholic University of Eastern Africa, and did a dissertation on resolving complex conflict, a case study of the Somali conflagration. In 1998, he attended the Defense Staff College and did a course that focused on the national and regional security strategic studies and international relations. He has a diploma in international studies from the National Defense College, NDC, Kenya. He served as a defense advisor at the Kenya mission to New York between 2003 and 2006. Some of us were never born. He also served as a military observer and a negotiator under the UN peacekeeping operations in Liberia. He also served several operation, command, and staff appointments as an engineer officer, in bracket SEPA, up to the rank of a brigadier. He was promoted to the rank of Major General in July 2014 and has held various appointments which include Commandant Defense Staff College, General Officer Commanding, Westcom, Commandant Kenya Military Academy, and in October 2019, he was appointed the Deputy Force Commander Support and Logistics in AMISOM, that is Africa Union Missions in Somalia. Upon retirement, he was appointed the Director Center for Strategic and Security Studies at the NDU, Kenya, that is National Defense University, Kenya. He has been appointed the High Commissioner of the Republic of Kenya to the Republic of Uganda, effective 26 May 2022. He has been awarded various decorations and medals up to the Chief of Order of the Burning Spear, that is CBS, and he's so passionate about sports in general, and is an ardent golfer. Major General retired George Owino is married and blessed with 3 children, 1 son and 2 daughters like I am. Ladies and gentlemen, I therefore want us to do the Nyayo style as we welcome Ambassador Major General retired to come and give us his address. Moja, mbili, tatu, fungua, fungua, fungua zaidi, akikuja, moja, mbili, tatu, nne. Thank you and thank you. God bless you. Thank you, sir. But I want to see you.
Thank you very much, Olimo. I think when you introduce, sometimes you get a feeling of what happens when they're reading your eulogy. Only at that time you will not be listening keenly, but at least now I can pick a bit of my eulogy. So you will not have to repeat it when the time comes. The principal, the senior principal, Nyakach girls, and my very good friend. First of all, I want to thank you very much for inviting me. I know you pushed me, it has taken almost a year to get me here, but I'm grateful that I'm here today. I knew this lady from, I come from Moroni sites, so when she was in Achego Girls, she inducted me to the board of the school. But before we could do a lot, she was brought here for a good reason, of course. and we need to thank you for that. For the deputy principals, for the heads of other departments, for the heads of the schools, and the institutions and the university institutions that have come here today to share with this wonderful congregation. To the various activity groups that these girls showed us today, from music to parade to environment. And for everybody else that I've not mentioned, this is a great day for all of us. It's a great day really for us to see these young ladies who have a very, very bright future. And for all your support to come and show them the light and the way of how to really achieve their potential, and that they have a great background here, and I hope you'll walk this journey with them. I'm also excited to be here today. I spent some time at Nyabondo Primary School. Many years ago. I think I was in Nyabondo Primary School for standard 3 and 4, the boarding school, at Kaleo. And I haven't been back, I was telling Madam Principal, I haven't been back here since then. And so it's very exciting for me just to see. I'm sure on my way back I want to go to the school, but I particularly want to go to some place called Nyamaroka. Nyamaroka is where we used to go to shower, if you want to call it showering, from Nyabondo. There was no running water in the school apart from cooking water for cooking. So we'd go to it's a spring and a dam, I'm sure you know it. And we'd go there on Wednesday afternoons and on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. So we only had 3 occasions of showering, which was a good thing for us. Those who didn't like showering a lot. But I particularly remember one thing, as we went to wash our clothes and shower and swim, there was only one small kiosk there then. I don't think I can find it today, that was selling tea and mandazi. And tea and mandazi was so precious, if you could afford it. So the big boys, of course, had some pocket money, most of us, we didn't. So we'd go and stand by and sit down there and look at them as they're enjoying their tea and mandazis. And depending on your guess, some of them would look at you favorably and pass you a piece of mandazi, and you'd call it a day. Very memorable. But because God loves me, mine was a different case, a positive case of mistaken identity. So with a friend of mine, we went there, and of course sitting there waiting and see whether anybody could give us mandazi. The owner of the kiosk looked at me, and I looked like somebody he knew. So he said in a Luo, and it has always been my policy not to volunteer information. So it became a routine. I think he had confused me with somebody. So every Wednesday weekend opens and we continue the routine. And so we went there and sat with my friend. But this time things looked different. The waiters were looking at us, but they were not excited. They were not even acknowledging our presence the way they used to. My son at my 6th day told me things are not very right. Then the owner of the place appears, and I received one of the biggest slaps I've ever received in my life, and a kick on the back, and that was the end of the story of going to that kiosk. But I'll go and try and find out whether it's still there. But those are the memories from Nyabondo, so I have very good memories and many other things. I think as for today's invite, I know the occasion is for you to meet the real experts in the field of education, so that when you move from here, you go to the next level. I also depend the National Defense University from here, because I'm at the National Defense University now. I've finished my in Uganda, May this year, so I go back to the university. Now I'm doing research and security studies and development of strategy, among other things. There are many universities you've heard about. The National Defense University, I'll talk about the military a bit later, and the military education path. It's one of the youngest universities. We're only 3 years old since we were given the charter. It's a specialized university because it's a university that deals with national security issues and national strategy. in almost everything. Now, a lot of people when they hear about the National Defense University, they say, what does the military need the university for? And mention a bit that the concept of security has completely changed and it's very complex. And the theories of security now realize that security is not about physical security, it's not just about the old traditional security issues that we're dealing with, about countries guarding themselves, but it's all about human security. So to the extent that if any human being is not secure in whatever form, we do not have security. And therefore the National Defense University focuses on issues of human security to ensure that we have got complex security issues dealt with in various forms. So you don't have to join the military to attend the National Defense University, depending on what course you want offered, but there are the matters of security, food security, environmental security, education security, medical security, all those touch on national security. If you have COVID, for example, there's a pandemic, was it a national security? It is a national security. So that is what the National Defense University do. But if you want to join the mainstream military, you go in there as a cadet at the Kenya Military Academy, you spend 3 years there, and you come up with a Bachelor of Science in Military and Security Studies, and then you can progress from there. So it's one of the prime universities, and we are so proud of, that we can discuss that a bit later on. From what I have, I've practically spent my life in the military. From a young person from high school, the military has educated me all along, the engineering field and all this other field. And I say that even when I die and I go to heaven, I will still want to be in the military. And I'm stressing going to heaven because all soldiers go to heaven. I hope you knew that. Did you know that? Yes, you all go to heaven because you have already been to hell, so you can't go to hell twice. And for those of you who want to go to heaven, joining the military will be a good deal for you, so that you are guaranteed you'll go to heaven. I asked the principal what really I should talk about, because I know there are experts who are going to discuss the various issues you want to know about the universities and their colleges. So I'll be just very broad in terms of career and try to use maybe my examples on what I have seen in the world today and in what careers. I don't know what you understand by career. If we have a organization, I will ask you, but sometimes you confuse careers with jobs. But in my understanding and definition, a career is actually a path that you choose that requires some training, of course, and some skill that will match you to the job that you're going to do. So what does this mean? This means that at a very, very early stage, you really have to start thinking about what do you want to do. And I think Professor put it here very, very well. What do you want to become? And what leads you to that? There are so many things that leads you to that. Some is just influence. You've grown up, maybe your parents or teachers or your doctors, and you are brought up in such an environment, and you think that is what you want to do, which is a good thing. But the second thing you have to ask yourself, do you have the capacity, the capability, do you have what it takes in that particular field that you want to do, so that you must match what you're capable of achieving, because we have very, very different talents, even in education. Some people are leaning towards sciences, social sciences, arts, and so on and so forth. So where you feel comfortable with, that is the talent that God has given you, that the life that God has given you. And if you identify that, then you can now start thinking in terms of where can this lead me to, and therefore what you want to do. To me, I think this is important because if you are not enjoying what you are doing, you'll be very frustrated in whatever work you are doing. You will not be motivated in whatever you are doing. So I think it's important to pick an area where you have passion for. And whenever you have passion for whatever you are doing, you always do it well. So I believe that your career experts will be able to expound a bit more on that, so that you decide on the directions you want to take. Now the other thing I also want to touch about, because I've told you I deal with issues of strategy, is the world is changing so fast. So the traditional careers that we are accustomed to are changing very, very fast. So you have to take that into consideration. If you are in Form 1 today, what do you want to be in 30 years from now? Don't look at what you want to be when you finish Form 4, when you finish university. In 30 years from now, what do you want to be? But what you want to be depends on what will the world look like at that time. When you're developing strategy for us, is to try to see what is likely to come, then you can develop strategy for that. So you must want to look at, if you say you want to get into medicine, what will the medicine career look like 30 years from now? So that you don't wait for that time to prepare yourself, you don't make it. There are quite a number of careers that are actually getting lost as we are moving because of technological advances. Certain things, certain jobs that have been there will not be there anymore. A lot of work is being now done by robots that were not there before. If you go to factories, a lot of work, line work in the factories are being done by robots. And it's moving even beyond that. Let's talk about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence now is moving things. I mean, a computer will be able to write an academic essay for you. So what happens to researchers? What happens to lecturers in that field? How are they evolving themselves to deal with that? How are we able to move in tandem with artificial intelligence? Yeah? So some of the things that you're doing now, you might end up at the end of your study, you cannot fit anyway. So I think, I'll really request our expert that we take this into consideration as we advise them. I'm very passionate about a job now, but I won't get there. I remember when I joined the military, I wanted to fly, I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to be in the Air Force. And they used to have a pilot and a co-pilot, but there was somebody who was called a navigator. A navigator was somebody who was trained in geography, basically trained in being able to navigate, to be able to show the pilots the route they're supposed to take. But machines and computers took over. So there's no other job called a navigator anymore. So anybody who was a navigator, you're redundant, right? Flying itself now, most of these planes fly themselves. The pilot is just there landing and taking off, right? So if you want to be a pilot, you ask yourself, what will that entail? And therefore you must factor in your desire with the technological advances and try to see through what things will look like. Otherwise you'll get stuck. I think these are the things that we need to be realistic about as we go on with planning our career. Planning your career is a strategic path that you must take. I know you'll get advice from here, from there, but the experts will be able to tell you, first of all, what do you feel that you want to do? Secondly, do you have what it takes to be trained in that field? Thirdly, what are the opportunities available in that field in the world today? And fourthly, what are the other auxiliary areas that you can also look into? Because you find that if you just take one path now, the world is changing a lot. It's good to have multiple paths so that you get something else. Two, it's also good to look at what is it that I'm doing, that when there is no specific job for me, because there'll never be enough jobs for everybody, how can I use this knowledge to still be able to do what I want to do, or rather to employ myself in what I want to do? What is it? What are the services that the world around you and beyond you require today? What is it that you can do, not necessarily in your vicinity, not necessarily in your country? Are you an international figure in terms of what you're doing? So I think these are some of the things you need to think about as you move towards this. But I want to encourage you that as you are studying, take very keen interest on your destination, be long-term, and try to see what the world will be. They get people to help you to see that. You can read, you can study about that, what the world will be like. But the bottom line in all this is knowledge. The bottom line is knowledge. You must strive to acquire knowledge in whatever field. Acquire as much knowledge as possible in every field. And knowledge is only found mainly in books and such related material. So, if you are not a friend of books, from morning to evening the following day, then you will not be getting that knowledge that you need. So be as friendly as possible to books. I cannot live without a book in an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours, because there's so much to learn in the world. And everything you read, at some stage, it will help you. It will connect you to some other thing that you want to do. So I encourage you that that is a path. It is not easy when you start, but it becomes a habit. I don't know why people find it so enjoyable to watch a movie, but not so enjoyable to read a book, and they're the same things. So get as much knowledge as possible, and then connect these things, and get information in the world what is going on, so that you're able to do that now. And also, as you move into trying to get your career, don't be rigid. Sometimes you must say, this is what I want to do. As you move along, you are not able to get what you want to do, sometimes be flexible. Actually, all the time be flexible. That yes, I wanted this, I did not get this. In my own story, I wanted to be a doctor. Then I was swayed by some friends, now I wanted to be a pilot. You know, at that age, you are influenced. Then I'll tell you now about my story, my journey in the military. So after high school, I was going to go to the university to do biomedicine then. There are difficulties here and there, this passion of wanting to fly. So I got admitted to Soroti School of Flying. And that is the time Idi Amin came in and East African community broke up. So that school could not take us anymore, so we got stuck. Later on, somebody told me, hey, by the way, if you want to fly also, the military also has pilots. So I know that I wasn't sure. Then I went that way. When we were in the military, we were selected. The Army that time, because the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, the Army that time wanted also to start flying. So I was told, no, we want you in the Army. And there, then I ended up in engineering. Then all along now in the engineering field. Then as you grow up in the Army and you grow, you broaden up into other areas. So what you have now. For those who might be interested, for a career in the military, it's a very noble career. It exposes you a lot. You travel a lot. We used to have a slogan and say, join the military, travel to many parts of the world, meet many interesting people, and kill them. But that's not necessarily what we do. So it's a career that you learn a lot. There are very many specialties in there. It's hard work, like anything else. It's perseverance. But I think it's the only career in the world where you put your life on the line. I don't know of any other career that you say, I worked so hard until I died. But this is one career that you go in there and you say, if things go right, that is what needs to happen. If they don't go right, you will not be there to tell the story. And that is why you see the military discipline is such that we know that there's no second chance. So you have to get everything right in the first chance. And that is the focus that we have in that field. And if you can have that focus in everything else that you do, I think you'll not be having issues with the discipline. There is not taking chances. Yeah? Because the person who is against you, your foe, is such that is equally trained, if not better than you. So it's a question of who eliminates who first. So you have to do everything that it needs to make sure you are the first. So we the military, say that you are either number one. We only have a gold medal. We don't have a silver or bronze. If you don't have the gold medal, you'll be in a coffin with a very nice flag like this, and then we'll be singing the national anthem for you. But if you focus on life like that everything, take it seriously, take your studies seriously, take the advices that you're given seriously. People sitting here have gone through because experience is something you cannot buy. You study at the same time as you move along, you get that experience, and you're able to succeed. So that's much I want to say as far as career and career planning and the way to go. Now, I was asked by the principals also, because I've been High Commissioner. He was asking me if I can say something about being an ambassador and what it takes, and training and all that kind of thing. It's an interesting area also. I remember when we were appointed by the president, we took taken to Parliament for vetting, because we vetted, and a lot of our MPs also don't understand a lot of things. So they're asking, but you are a general, but now you are going to become an ambassador in Uganda. How are you going to adjust to diplomacy? And what they don't understand is that in the military, you are experts in diplomacy. And the reason is this, if I may just quickly bring this and talk about diplomacy and international relations, is there are certain conditions that are required for a country to be called a country. One of the things, you have to have a population, you have to have a geography, that is, you have to have boundaries, you have to have symbolism like flags, you have to have recognized by the international community, and so on. So the first important thing for a country to be a country is to be secure. So to secure that country requires a military. So the military's role is the defense of the country against external aggression. Now, once you are a country, the next thing is you want to relate with other countries. That's where international relations comes in. So country A must relate with country B. The way you in your home state will relate with your neighbor. So that relationship is what you call international relations. That is where diplomacy comes in, right? And for diplomacy to work, you need people who understand diplomacy, which is just the relationship between these two countries. And of course, you know, neighbors will always have problems, so you have to deal with these problems. Because if you don't deal with these problems, you will go to war, and that is what you want to avoid. Now, war is so expensive that must always be avoided. So the military, the successful militaries are the ones who don't go to war. Because deterrence alone has worked, and your enemy says, don't dare try this one. But that is not what you want to do. So for the military, we look at it in terms of diplomacy must always work, so that we do not have to go to war. So we study diplomacy a lot, so that in the event that our diplomats want to fail, we can also support them, so that they don't fail. Because if they fail, it means we have to come in and we have to go to war. So we study diplomacy in depth, and we study defense and security in depth. Diplomats don't study defense and security. So we actually have an upper hand. So if you're appointed as an ambassador, now ambassadorial position, this practice of diplomacy started in Italy around the 14th century, where you would find one state, because you're neighbors, you have things to discuss, you have trade issues, you have conflicts on the border. So we needed a permanent representation on each side. So the president of this country, of the leadership of the country, would pick somebody and take you to that country permanently for a duration, so that you're the representative of the president in that country. So represent the policies of your country into that country, so that you get what you call good relationship. We get maximum benefit from each other. But we also use that opportunity to diffuse tensions between the two countries, whether it's border issues, trade issues, and so on and so forth. So that is really what an ambassador does. We have two categories of ambassadors in diplomacy. We have those who are career diplomats, where you study and you go to the Foreign Service Academy and you rise through the ranks, and then you reach the level of ambassador or high commissioner. But we also, it is blended also, we have those that are called political appointees, where the president can appoint somebody who is not necessarily from the line stream of foreign affairs to an ambassador or a high commissioner in whatever country, depending on what the president sees in you. Because they never tell you why they appointed you, but they tell you they want you to go and do. And that was my case. So what do you do if you're an ambassador? I think when you have a country and you're relating with other countries, other foreign countries, you develop what we call a foreign policy. Now, foreign policy is your policy on how you want to relate with that neighboring country or that other country that you have a relationship with. So the country develops its foreign policy. And the role of the ambassador when you go there is to illustrate your foreign policy in the country where you have been sent. For example, Kenya's foreign policy has got 5 pillars. And the first pillar is peace and security. The second pillar is economic diplomacy. The third pillar is diaspora diplomacy. The fourth pillar is environmental security. And the last pillar is the cultural diplomacy. What this means is in economic, in peace and security pillar, is that Kenya wants to be at peace with itself internally, and it wants to be at peace with its neighbor, or at peace with the country that is interacting with. So when I'm in Uganda as an ambassador there, my job is to ensure that there's a peaceful coexistence between Kenya and Uganda. Along the border, if there are security issues, they are dealt with. If there are any issues between Kenya and Uganda on matters that will interfere with our peace and security and stability, those are the things you have to deal with, and there are mechanisms for dealing with that. I will not want to get into those details. When it comes to economic diplomacy, countries trade with each other. Uganda, for example, has been, until a month or two ago, Kenya's largest trading partner. Now it's going to be at Congo in terms of trade of volumes. So Uganda is a very important country to us. So for me, it was to see that how can we improve this trade relationship by removing trade barriers and things like that. And I'm glad to report that for the 2 years I was there, Kenya's trade and Uganda increased by 45%, and that is a report from the Central Bank. So I think we did a bit of good work there. When it comes to diaspora diplomacy, is a very important segment. We have Kenyans who are living abroad. So the Kenyans who are living in Uganda, quite a number of them, there's something they are doing there. whatever they are doing there, their livelihood, they're making some money, sending some of this money back home. This little money they send back home cumulatively is a lot of money. 2 years ago, Kenya's diaspora sending the money they're sending back home overpassed our highest export, which was tea. So that means the money that cumulatively Kenyans sent back home was higher than what we earn from export of tea, which is our number one export. That means Kenyans abroad is the number one export there, if we go by that. So it is important that you as ambassador there to ensure that the Kenyans are living there, their welfare is taken care of, the host government takes care of them. Whenever they have problems, we help them deal with those problems so that they can continue investments and continue supporting back home by sending money. Environmental diplomacy, key, because environment, and I was glad of this environment class, because the environment affects us all together. And I'll give you an example. When I was in Uganda, since the president declared that he wanted us to plant 15 billion trees in the next 10 years. So I looked at what is the role then of the Kenyan embassy in Uganda. And I looked at it, we have an opportunity also to take part into that collective responsibility, because if you plant a tree in Uganda, you're planting a tree in Kenya. So we looked for ways and means, and I want to thank the Equity, so Equity is here. We partnered with Equity, Equity Uganda, and with a college called Busoga College and the Kenya High Commission, and we were given 120 acres of land that the Kenya High Commission, Equity is financing it, and that college and the Kenyans diaspora living in Uganda, it's along the Mount Elgon area, to plant trees. By the time we were leaving, we already had 10 acres of fruits called the Equity Orchard, and we had already done 40 acres of trees with an intention of doing the entire 110 acres, which is going to be about 44,000 trees. So those are the practical measures that you do when you are there to satisfy your foreign policy. And lastly, I talked about cultural diplomacy. Cultural diplomacy is important because culture is, particularly in Africa, is a very important tool for us to exchange, to learn from each other, particularly cross-border opportunities with the cultures that live around there. Most of them are the same communities. So when you are there, we're also looking at how can we interact culturally between Kenya and Uganda for the benefit of our countries. So basically that is what I wanted to say about the diplomatic aspect of my discussion. I know it's going to be a long day, and please, if you allow me, I want to stop there. And I want to thank you again for the invitation. And I want to encourage all our partners, please let us focus on these young ones, these Gen Zs. I taught them at the military academy, so I know the thinking of Gen Zs. We even developed special courses for them to take care of who they are. Very wonderful people if they're handled well, but very destructive if they're not handled well. So it's our responsibility to handle them well. Thank you very much.
Let's give a better clap to our chief guest. Thank you so much, Major General Retired, for the precious gems that you've presented to us this morning. Indeed, we've been inspired. Indeed, the day has been well launched by you as we look forward to engaging the different institutions that are here with us this morning. Now, we have a lot of activities to engage in, because after this, we'll get to the different tents where we're going to meet the institutions to get to know what they offer. And this moment, allow me welcome Mr. Opondo, our Deputy Principal, to invite the guests that joined us in the course of the speech, after which we shall break briefly. Welcome, Mwalimu.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. So, as I had indicated earlier, that we have more institutions on the way, and indeed they're coming. So far, we have cooks. So cooks come and just do introduction. Then I know we have a special session with you in the afternoon.
Good morning. All protocols observed. My name is Mr. Fidel Ochieng. Mr. Fidel Ochieng is not a new person to Nyakach Girls. And this is my 4th time here. How many have seen me here before? So yeah, so Nyakach is my home, Madam Principal, you're here. So it's the way you treat people who come back home. I expect that treatment here today. We're going to have a session with you. I work with COOPS, or for COOPS, I'm the regional officer here. With me is my colleague from the headquarters called Vera, you can just wave. So I hope when our time comes, as usual, we are going to do what we usually do when it comes to Nyakach. Thank you very much. See you then.
Thank you, Fidel. As Sia said, in the afternoon, we have a special session with them. Then the other institution who have joined us, we have University of Nairobi, Kisumu campus.
Asante. Good morning. I'm Dr. Gerald Odiet from the University of Nairobi, Kisumu campus. I have a team from campus. Can you just stand up and wave? Stand up and wave. I have a big team. We have a lot of programs we share with you at the right time. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Makofi. Now, at this point, I'd like to give Reverend Awondo to give us direction.
Makofi wote ambao wamehusika hapa. Makofi. Thank you so much, our chief guest, Ambassador Major General Retired George Owino, for that worthy lecture. I also want to thank every institution that has come for this great day. Indeed, we want to hand over the girls, and they are quite many. 3,600 for a person-to-person or a close touch with them. Quite a number have a lot of questions, and I know you'll be guided well. And I thank the Chief Principal for the opportunity to have this here so that we now embrace our future with courage. Nyakach strong? Strong! Nyakach stronger? Strong! Thank you. Allow me ask the Chief Principal and the Chief Guest to vacate us. They have their time so that we give directions, therefore with the universities that are around, and directions also to us. Asante sana, Ambassador. Mungu akubariki unapopunga hewa. After these girls, we shall go for a tea break. Yeah, I know, yes, from once, yes. And I want to ask us to carry our seats back to class because we don't want to be moving around the tents and seats are hitting our head, our heads, no, legs. So we'll carry, I come from Central Kenya. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Lee and Ree are issues. We'll carry our seats back to class and our jumpers and our sweaters, those are heavy items, so that we become light with our notebook and pens, and we'll be walking around. But I want to ask the Form 1 school, immediately after you're done with the tea and you're in class, just stick around class, we'll call you. We'll call you for the sake of traffic management, we will call you. We shall call you. I promise I'm going to call you. All the school prefects, we meet at the tent behind me so that we see how we can organize the tents for the exhibition as fast as possible. And I'll be very glad for your worthy cooperation. We have Equity Bank with us. Wale ambao hawana ATM cards, it's an opportunity for you to have an ATM and save for your future, not just your pocket money. KCB Bank would also be joining us. We'll have them around so that unaweza uliza kama unaweza pata loan, itakusaidia pia. Pia tuko na wale wasichana ambao wanapenda kuendesha ndege. Wale wa kuendesha ndege, tuko na ndege hapa. Muulize maswali. Ukitaka kuendesha ndege inafaa ufanye kizungu. Maswali kama hizo. Utasaidiwa. We have the Air Travels and Tours center here with us. So directions to this effect, therefore, we'll have this portion of the tent here for the University of Nairobi. We'll jump just one tent and move to the other tent over there. That will be Jaramogi Oginga University of Science and Technology. I'm a proud alumnus of JOST. Then we'll skip that tent there and move to the other tent on the other side. We shall have the Kaimosi Friends University. School of Nursing is here with us. They will be at that particular tent with their banners for guidance. And we are going to organize it so well that when you come, you find space to sit and just discuss and inquire. We shall have that tent there for Nyabondo Medical School. So Nyabondo Medical School will be at that tent there. And we know we have Friends School there, Nyabondo Medical School there. Then shall we have Air Travels and Tour Center at that tent on my extreme right. We will have them there with all their displays and everything you need. Then shall we have Rongo University at that tent there. Just keeping one tent, and we have Rongo at that tent there properly organized for them. Then shall we have Kiriri Women University, skipping one tent and having them here where the Form 4C are, that tent as we progress in that particular direction. Is there any institution I've forgotten? I will coordinate any institution that I may have forgotten. I will coordinate you. I just make inquiries from where I am. Equity Bank would be here for all your questions and all your inquiries at where they are, at that particular table over there. God bless you and thank you for your patience as Mr. Pondo takes our guest for a commercial break at the DS and other guidance. Thank you, Bwana Pondo and the career team. God bless you. Clap for them as they exit. Thank you. Thank you. We are having our break in the next few minutes. Otherwise, God bless you and thank you for being composed. Let's give a mighty clap to God, everybody. Kwa hayo machache, may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God the Father, the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with us now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you.